So you've chosen a web hosting plan and domain name for your WordPress website, and you've probably installed WordPress onto your server. Well, that's the easy part. Now it's time to start building and customizing your WordPress website. By the end of this 10-step video, you'll know how to set up a basic yet fully customized WordPress website. But before we get into that, here's a bit more about us. WebsiteSetup.org is a free online resource for learning web development, design, and WordPress. Our goal is to help beginners create their own websites, blogs, and online stores using the right tools and platforms. To learn more about our review policies and processes, be sure to click the link down in our description box or visit us over at websitesetup.org. Let's get started. Step 1, configure WordPress settings. There are a couple of different spots where you'll find WordPress settings. The first set of settings to customize are screen options. When you click on that to open the settings, the checkboxes will be the ones that appear as widgets on your dashboard. If you'd like to keep any of these widgets, simply leave them checked. You can uncheck the rest of the boxes to make them disappear from view. And the dashboard view is really yours to customize however you like. To adjust your WordPress website settings, locate the Settings menu on the sidebar. Even though you might not necessarily need to customize settings in each category, it's always a good idea to go through each one of them to make sure that you've really dotted your I's and crossed your T's. In the General Settings area, you'll set up the most foundational operations of your site. This is where you'll create site titles, taglines, and set what your permalinks look like and how blog posts appear to people visiting your site. Before anything else, you should go through all of the settings here. Step 2, add new users. With WordPress settings out of the way, you should now turn your attention to the Users menu. Here, you'll create new accounts for any of your staff that might also post to your new site. Just make sure to customize their role before you add them to the system. This will dictate how much of the WordPress admin backend they can see and what sort of editing controls, if any, they have. 3, customize your theme. Customizing the look of your site is all done through the Appearance Themes menu. By default, WordPress will have auto-installed its own themes to your system, but to use a different theme, you need to install it first. Click on Add New Theme to browse available themes. When you find one you like, hover over the theme card and click Install. The blue Install button will change to a blue Activate button, which you'll want to click on next. And with your theme now installed, it's time to customize it. Under the Appearance menu, click Customize. This will initiate the WordPress Customizer. And while this tool will look different from theme to theme, the layout will always be the same. You'll have your WordPress customization options on the left and the preview on the right. Step 4, set up essential plugins. There are a ton of plugins that help automate the operations of your site, but they can put undue pressure on your hosting server. So we recommend exercising restraint and just sticking to the basics at first. You can always add more later. Some essential plugins include security, like WordFence, caching, like W3 Total Cache, image optimization, like Smush, backups using Updraft Plus, and a page builder. There are tons of page builder plugins out there, so just play around with them and choose the one that you like the best. Once you have a list of the essential plugins that you'll need, install and activate them. To do this, go to Plugins, Add New. You can then type in the plugin you'd like to use or browse available plugins. Click the Install Now button for the plugin you want to add, and then the button will change to a blue Activate button. Click it to add the plugin and its functionality to your website. Step 5, integrate SEO. Search engine optimization is arguably the most critical part of getting traffic to your website. One plugin that helps a ton is Yoast SEO. This is the top-rated and downloaded SEO plugin in WordPress. And if you want to have your search engine optimization made easier for you, this is the best plugin to do it with. These suggestions really do help your website rank higher in search and make visitors more likely to spend time reading your content. Step 6, create your content. Now comes the actual fun part, creating your content. Most websites include the same basic set of pages. There's home, about, services or products, contact, privacy policy, And regardless of which pages you need, you have to go through the same steps to create and customize them. So first, go to your Pages menu and then click Add New. Give your page a name and then create the design and layout. We've got a ton of resources on customizing and creating new pages for your WordPress website, so be sure to check those out at websitesetup.org. Step 7, build a contact form. With your key pages in place, the next step is to add a contact form so that visitors and interested prospects can get in touch. I'll link an in-depth tutorial below which shows you how to create a contact form from start to finish using the Contact Form 7 plugin. A couple of best practices to keep in mind: don't hide it, make sure that it's easily accessible and easy to find. Only include fields you actually need, meaning don't overwhelm people. And don't forget about follow-up messages. Step 8, add widgets. Mainly, widgets go in the footer, sidebar, and sometimes on the home page. Although you could return to Customize to configure your footer, your best bet is to do all the work under Appearance Widgets. This way you can tackle all of your widgets at once. In addition, you have a much clearer view of what kinds of widget spaces are available on your website to fill, because this will differ from theme to theme. Step 9, set up the menu. Now that all of your content is in one place, you just need to create a navigational menu to show it all off. You'll find this under Appearance Menus. On this page, you can create as many menus as your website needs. For most of you, you're only going to need one. And when naming your menu, there's really no need to overcomplicate it because you're the only one who will see the menu name. Just call it something like Main Menu and then click on Create Menu. So this is where you can drag your pages in order of which you'd like to appear at the top. If you want your pages to all appear in the top level of your navigation, make sure they're left aligned. To create subpages for top level pages, drop them beneath with an indent. For the most part, you probably won't need to adjust these settings. However, it's good to know they're here in case you do. This is also where you can remove pages from your menu. Step 10, connect to Google. Once your website's been built and customized to your liking, there's one final thing to do: connect it to Google. With or without a connection to Google Analytics, Google and other search engines will still be able to crawl and index your website. What you gain, though, is the ability to see what kind of data Google has collected from your website with regards to traffic and performance. We've got a separate tutorial for creating a Google Analytics account and then connecting it to your website over on websitesetup.org, so definitely check that out if you're interested. So bottom line, if you're gonna make the choice to use WordPress, take advantage of everything it has to offer. There's so much you can do with this content management system to create a unique and powerful website that you've always wanted. So that's it for today. We hope this was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to check us out over on websitesetup.org for more info and tutorials like this. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave us a comment down below if you learned something today. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.